Hi. Are you ready for yoga? Yay! Yes! All right. So we're going to start out sitting in our crisscross applesauce. So you can bring your legs in, and then we're going to chant. We're going to chant a sound that's called Om. So you can bring your hands to the center of your heart and close your eyes. And before we chant, we are celebrating the earth today. Okay, so whether it's Earth Day today for you, really every day is Earth Day. So see if you can think about the ground that's underneath you right now, and the dirt that's underneath there, and then all the little animals and insects that are in the ground, the little earthworms underneath, burrowing, and then all the plants that are growing from the ground. The green trees and the flowers that are blooming, and all of our food that's growing from the earth right now. So we're going to start out by saying thank you to the ground, to the earth. Thank you for providing us with our food. So let's do our Om. So take a nice deep breath in, and you can just follow along with me. Om. And you can let go of your hands and slowly, slowly, slowly open your eyes. Okay, hi. So we're going to start out in a pose that's called child's pose. We like to start out in this pose sometimes. What I'd like you to do, so you're going to have your big toes touching in back, your knees are out wide, and then you're going to nestle, snuggle down towards the ground, down towards the earth. And see if you can hear the earth. You probably can't for real, but imagine that you can. My tummy is growling right now, so it kind of sounds like the earth is talking to me. And then you're going to lift up slowly and come onto your hands and knees. And this is called tabletop position. So here you're going to take your hips in a circle in one direction, and then in another direction. And then you're going to tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and come into down dog. And you can even make a noise like a dog if you want to. Ruff, ruff, ruff. And then from here, you're going to bring your right foot forward, or just one of your feet forward in between your hands. Take your back knee to the mat and lift it up. Lift up so high here. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to bring your hands in front of your heart. You're going to twist to the right and bring your left arm outside of your right leg. And you're going to look this way, to the right. And then you can inhale, release, and lift back up. See how tall you can get. And exhale, place your hands again, and step back into your down dog. Ruff. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Yay, now you're going to bring your left foot forward, in between your hands again. Drop that back knee. And again, you're going to lift your arms up. See if you can pretend that you're a different kind of animal. What kind of animal does this seem to be? I'm not sure. But I bet you guys can think of something. Right? Great. And now you're going to bring your hands to your center again, center of your chest, and twist over to the left. Great. You're doing so good. So it feels good to move our body, right? And inhale, release. Place your hands, step back into your down dog again. And you're going to lower your knees down. And you're going to sit your hips back. Sit your bum back. And this time you're going to take your arms by your sides. And you're going to get into a really small little roly-poly kind of thing here. Right? So maybe you can imagine you're one of those bugs in the ground right now, burrowing down. And it's all nice and dark in there. And then you're going to start to kind of wiggle out. Maybe it's like you're an earthworm and you're peeking your head out of the ground and you're looking to the left. Oh, do you see anything out there? And then you're looking in front of you. And then you look to the right. What do you see out in this big bright world today? And then you look back to the center again. And then you're going to come up on top of the ground on your belly like a worm. Then you're going to put your hands beside your chest and kind of start to wiggle up. Looking around slowly. Maybe there's some pretty flowers around that you can sniff. Ooh, that one's nice. Ooh, that one's nice. Ooh, that one smelled really good. And then you can let go and go back down. And maybe now you're lifting your tail up and going back down again like a worm. And then lifting back. And kind of undulating like this. If you're a parent and you're doing this, you might remember the dance move that was kind of like that. Where you went like on the ground. I can't remember what it's called right now. And then you're going to tuck your toes and press back into our down dog again. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Yeah. And then you're going to walk your feet up towards your hands. And inhale, lift all the way up, high to the sky. See if you can get taller right here. And then bring your hands to your heart. And I'm going to turn and face you. And then you can release your arms down by your sides and have your palms so that they're facing me right now at the front. So imagine that you have roots growing out of the bottoms of your feet, and those roots are reaching way down into the ground. And then you're lifting out of those roots. And this pose is called Tadasana, mountain pose. So you're strong like a mountain. See if you can feel like you're a mountain right now. So strong. Great. So you may have done tree pose before. We're going to do it again because what's a better way to celebrate Earth, right? We're going to be our trees. So you're going to press strongly through your left foot and then bring your right foot either up top, press it in, or you can take it to the lower part of your leg, or you can even, achoo! Excuse me, I fell out of my tree. That happens sometimes. Or you can take your right heel on top of your left foot. So wherever it works for you. And you know what? You're probably going to wobble around. And that's okay. That's what happens. If you watch trees, especially if there's some wind, they're going to move. So bring your hands to your heart. And if you fall, that's okay. Just come right back into your tree pose. And then you know what we're going to do here. You're going to stay on that left foot, on that left leg, and then you're going to bring the right leg out in front of you. Take the right foot with your right hand and see about stretching that front leg straight. Or you can just hold the right knee with your right hand. Oh my, what's happening? Oh, see if you can be nice and tall. And then you're going to take that right leg out to the side. Wow, that's a lot. And remember, if you fall, bloop, that's okay. You just come right back into it. Bloop. I think the noises are helpful sometimes. All right, let's take it to the other side. So stand on your right foot. Strong right foot. Bring your left leg up. Come into your tree pose, either up top, down below, or at the very bottom. Right? So we're learning left and right. We're learning top, middle, and bottom. And we're playing around with balance here. Right? So feeling how we're connected to the earth with that right foot, that right leg. And then at the same time, playing with this balance, this thing called balance. So now you can bring that left leg in front of you with the knee bent. Reach out with your left hand and maybe straighten the front leg. See how that goes. And then maybe you take it out to the side. Remember, you always have the option to keep the leg bent and take just the knee over to the side. That's fine too. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to start here again. Hee 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 hee. Oh! Great. Oh! And then we're going to come back to the center again. That's great. You guys are doing awesome. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale your hands to your heart. And then you're going to fold all the way forward into Uttanasana. That is a foreign language word. It's in Sanskrit. that means forward fold. So here, if you want to, you can grab your toes. You can also, this is kind of fun, you can lift up each foot and take your hand underneath your foot. So you're stepping on your feet. What? Or you're stepping on your hands with your feet. It feels kind of good though. You can even like wiggle your toes around. If you want to bend your legs, you can do that too. Woo! I almost fell forward. Great, so you can release your hands here. And then we're gonna squat down. Take your feet out wider, a little bit wider than your hips. Now for grown-ups, if you have space underneath your heels, you're gonna wanna put something underneath there. So this pose is called Malasana. And I want you to get really snuggled down in here too. So I like to do this a little bit because it feels good. And then you're gonna squeeze your legs in really, really hard into your arms and press your upper arms back out into your legs at the same time. Both at the same time. And then you're gonna bring your hands to your heart and lift up. So looking straight forward. Great. And then, you know what we're going to do? We are going to walk around. So you might need to lift your hips up a little bit. And you're going to kind of just walk your feet. Bloop, 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 bloop. Walk in a circle one way. And then you're going to walk in a circle the other way. And then you're going to stay right here for a few moments. And you know what we're going to do next? So this kind of looks like a frog. So we're going to jump straight up into the air. You ready? You got to say ribbit, right? Of course. Ribbit! 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 Great. So now you're going to sit down on your heels and let's actually tuck the toes under here. Okay? And then you're going to sit on your heels and just place your hands in your lap and close your eyes. And think about something that the earth gives you, that you enjoy or appreciate. Maybe it's some flowers, or maybe it's the beautiful trees around you, or maybe it's your favorite food, cucumbers, tomatoes. Or maybe it's an animal that you love and appreciate that eats the food that the earth provides. Great. So you can stay up on your toes, but you're going to lift your hips up. And we're going to take Ustrasana. Say what? Ustrasana. That's what it's called in that foreign language in Sanskrit, which means camel pose. Now, how many of you have ever seen a live camel? Raise your hand. Woohoo! Yeah, so I've seen one before. I haven't been on top of one, though. I've never ridden one. How many of you have ridden a camel? No, not me. Well, that's pretty amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift up and then come back. Bring your hands back. We're taking a little back bend here. And you know what camels do sometimes? They blow raspberries. So that's what we're going to do. And do it again. Inhale. And inhale, lift up. And then you're going to sit back on your feet and close your eyes again here. I got my face all wet. And we're going to do our camel pose again. So lift up. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, then you don't have to tuck your toes. You can just keep them flat on the ground. Okay? Or you can have them tucked under. You get to see what feels best to you. Okay? It's very important in yoga and in our lives too, right? So you're going to inhale, lift up, and exhale, reach back, camel pose. We'll do one more raspberry. Oh, that was a good one. Inhale, lift up, sit back. Close your eyes again. And open your eyes. And we're going to do something now that's called double pigeon. It's also called fire log pose. And for grown-ups, you know part of the reason that it's called fire log pose. For kids, probably not so much. So take your right leg, so it's in front of you, and you're going to have that right foot what's called flexed. Okay, that means that your toes are pulling back towards your knee. And then you're going to take the other leg on top. So you're going to take your left foot over your right knee, and that foot is really super flexed also. So what does that mean again? That means that the right or the left toes are pulling up towards your knee. Right? So it's kind of like crisscross applesauce, but it's a little bit different. But if you look at it, you can see that it looks kind of like fire logs. We're going to say that that's true. But for grown-ups, it also might be a little bit fiery because it's a pretty intense pose sometimes. So for grown-ups, if you need to put something in between here, then go ahead and do that. Or for kids too. Some of us can be tight in our hips as kids too, but you can put a blanket in between there. And then if you want to, you can start to lean forward. And again, see if you can hear the earth. Maybe it's saying something to you. What could it be saying to you? It could be saying, "Oh, so happy you're here. I love supporting you. I love providing for you." Maybe that's what it's saying. And then you're going to lift up. Inhale your arms up, stretch up tall. Feels so good to stretch up tall. And then exhale, change your legs. So the other leg goes underneath this time. And then the other leg comes on top. And what are we doing with our feet? Flexing them. Right, so toes pull towards the knee. So, I don't know about you kids. I don't know about you grown-ups. I'm feeling it in my hips for sure. But kids, you might not be feeling it because you guys are still super flexible right now. Woohoo! Great. And maybe you're starting to fold forward, fold forward. And a lot of grown-ups are super flexible too. But you know, we all have different bodies. And that's a beautiful thing. So we want to love our bodies just as they are right now. So whatever they can do is perfect. And then you're going to inhale, come up again. And this time, let's switch the legs again. Take your right leg in front of you, just like what we just did, in that same way. But this time, you're going to take your left leg. And you're going to take that left foot with both of your hands and kind of bring that foot to your ear. See if you can talk on the phone here. Hey, what's going on? Who are we calling? Oh, we can talk to the earth. Maybe we can talk to an earthworm under the earth. Hey, what's happening down there? How's it going? Oh, yeah? Are you eating lots of yummy dirt? Oh, cool. How are the roots doing down there? Oh, really good. Okay, good. You keep an eye on all that for us, okay? All right, cool. Bye. What? We just talked to an earthworm. All right. So now you're going to take the other leg. Pull the right foot back. See if we can get it close to the ear again. You might want to put the left hand down. It's up to you. So we're going to pull it back. Who are we going to talk to this time? What do you guys think? Should we talk to... maybe we'll talk to some roots down there in the earth. Hi. How's it going down there? Are you guys getting lots of good nutrition from the soil? Yeah. Ooh, yeah, lots of water too, because when it rains, that comes down into the earth and you get to soak it up, right? Nice. Sweet. Well, we sure appreciate it because we like to look at you beautiful trees and you help to give us this wonderful oxygen that we breathe as well. So thank you. Okay, bye-bye. All right, so just come into a crisscross. Bet you've never done that before, right? There's so many possibilities of what we can do. It's amazing. So now we're going to come onto our backs here. And you can just kind of roll back and then roll up and then roll back and roll up and then roll all the way back and hug your knees into your chest. And then hug your knees and bring your forehead, your face towards your knees. Come in like a little ball, like a little bug here. And then exhale, release. We're going to spread it all the way out. And then you're going to inhale, bring it into a little ball again. And exhale, widen it out, even widen your face. Ah. And then exhale, bring it all in, scrunch your face in. And then inhale, widen it back out again. And this time, just release your whole body to the floor. And now we're going to take what's called Shavasana. So you have your feet about as wide as your mat, or if you don't have a mat, that's fine. Just a little bit wider than your hips. And then your arms come down beside you, just away from your body a little bit with your palms facing up. And then you're going to close your eyes. And just release. And then from here, you can start to bring a little bit of movement in your body. So maybe wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then bring your arms up over your head, stretch long. See how tall you got today. Oh, yeah. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll to one side. And place one of your hands onto the ground, onto the floor. And just say thank you to the earth, to the ground, to the planet, for providing us with all of these wonderful miracles, really. All these wonderful things. And then press yourself up to your crisscross position. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart center, so right in the middle of your chest. And we're going to sing Om again. So take a nice deep breath in. Om. And now we say this word to each other. Namaste. And that kind of means that all the awesomeness that's in me sees and knows and recognizes all the awesomeness that's inside you. So namaste. Thank you for playing with me today.